Hey, this is Stu Schaefer, and I'm about to explain the hidden mistakes that you're making in menopause that's preventing you from losing weight or even causing you to gain weight. Now, this would apply to perimenopause and postmenopause, so if you're just now getting into that wonderful world of menopause, well, you're in the right place and we'll make your transition as smooth as possible. Let's talk about what's going on here because, a lot of women make a few critical mistakes. They're hidden, they're not obvious, and this causes so many problems. Now, if you've seen any of my other case studies or other lessons, you'll know that I work and have been working with women in menopause for 24 years. I'm a glutton for punishment. What can I say? But you can see client after client after client gets results. They lose, on average, 20 to 30 pounds of fat in about 12 weeks, which isn't that long, and totally change their body. But the most important part is they do it without restricting, without hurting their bodies so that they can keep that weight off, feel good, and optimize their health. Because, what's the point of losing weight if your health is terrible from the weight loss, okay? So let's take a look. So here, let me explain what's going on. When you want to do weight loss the correct way, okay, fat loss, you want to really look good, you want to feel good, you want to get your mojo back, be in control of your body, you've got to have three things, okay? Number one, probably the most important actually, is mindset. Yes, mindset. I'm going to touch on that a little bit today. I don't normally, because nobody's out there searching for mindset for weight loss, okay? But you need mindset. You also need the right food or eating, and you need the correct exercise or activity. Plain and simple. Now, here's the trick. A lot of people miss this, okay? But here's the trick. You've got to make sure that you're doing all of them and that they all balance, that they're in sync, that they're working together. Let me give you an example. If you are just doing a food plan and it doesn't match up with your exercise, or maybe you're not exercising, maybe you're exercising too much, you're not going to get great results, okay? If you're doing an exercise program but it doesn't match up with your food, you're not going to get great results. And guess what? Almost nobody's using the mindset correctly, so it's already out of balance. But this is key. Look, mindset will impact things, stress, how your body digests, sleep, your own belief in yourself. If you sabotage, if you go on this roller coaster of going from plan to plan to plan to plan, program to program to program, and you're constantly losing the weight, gaining the weight, what you think you need to lose the weight, calorie restriction, no, don't do that, okay? Things like fasting, keto, those aren't great either. Mindset, your own belief in yourself, what's even possible. Look, I work with women who've been trying to lose weight for 20 years, and they've had failure after failure, and they get to the point where they don't even think it's possible to lose weight anymore. And we have to overcome that belief system. And lo and behold, they'll lose 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and they feel great. They're not hungry. They're eating a lot. Their hormones balance out. They sleep really well. It's just, the beliefs, what you think you need to do, what you think is right, what you think is wrong, what you think is possible for your body. All of these are wrapped up into mindset. Stress, how you view food, your relationship with food, your relationship with exercise. Are you a perfectionist and you mess up one little thing and then that's it, it's over? All mindset. Now, let me tell you another part about mindset is it affects your physiology. We've all had a nightmare, some point in our life. What happens? You wake up, your heart's pounding, your blood pressure's up, your cortisol's up, your adrenaline is up. You might even be breathing hard or sweating. Nothing happened. It's an unconscious visualization, but that little mindset thing changed your whole physiology. If you don't use the mindset with the physical parts, you're not going to get great results. Okay, so we need all three of these, and they need to be balanced correctly so you're in the sweet spot. And that's when the magic happens and the weight loss. So I said 4 mistakes. Technically, there's 5, and that is you're not using the mindset correctly. You're using it against you. You're causing the wrong physiological reaction, so none of the other stuff will work. All right. Well, we're going to talk about 4 more mistakes here the real mistakes. And so let's jump in. The first big mistake that you're making in menopause is you're not balancing or syncing the mindset, the food, and the exercise. Let me give you an example. If you don't eat enough and you're exercising too much, that's going to stop you from losing weight, believe it or not. If you eat too much and you don't exercise enough, that's going to stop you from losing weight. It's like everything in the body. It all has to be in the right range. Okay, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, all your hormones. If they're too high, that's bad. If they're too low, that's bad. Okay? You need them in range. And it's the same with food and exercise. You need them in the right range and they have to balance with each other. If you're the type of woman who loves to exercise, that's fine. But you're going to need to eat a lot more to match that. If you're the type of person that doesn't like to exercise all that much, fine. So you'll exercise less, your food will match. Obviously, you don't want to eat too little. That's a no-no. So you need to eat enough, but you also need to make sure it matches the exercise. And you've got to bring in the mindset, okay? Always, always, always. By the way, the mindset is what will determine if your results are permanent or if you drift back and put on the weight. And we're going to talk about that. So this is mistake number one. You've got to get everything balanced. Now, my clients normally only do 30 minutes or so of exercise per day. It's not high intensity. And they're eating a lot. Now, I'm not a calorie guy, but if you had to guess the calories, 16 to 1800 with 30 minutes of exercise. So if someone wants to do an hour or more of exercise, you're going to have to push up the amount that you're eating. I don't like calories. I don't count calories, but that just gives you an idea. All right. Let's look at mistake number 2. This is the mindset trap. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now, the official name for this is called the training balance scale. Ooh, fancy. Okay, all that is like a teeter-totter. This is my attempt to draw a teeter-totter. On the left-hand side of the teeter-totter, you have your mindset or your thinking or your attitude. And on the right-hand side, you have the actual plan, the how-to, the actions. I've been doing this for 24 years. I've talked with thousands and thousands of people. Guess what? Everybody is always only focused on the right-hand side. Give me a plan. Write me a program. I'll do whatever you say. This is the worst way to lose weight, and it never creates long-lasting results. If your mindset is off, by the way, you need to focus 90% on the mindset, only 10% on the actions or the plans. This is why everyone goes on the roller coaster. Oh, I'll do this plan. I'll do this one. Oh, now I'll do this. And now I'll do it. And then, we don't want that. If your mindset is not correct, you'll be in a trap. And 3 things can happen. Number 1, you're just going to do the incorrect thing, the wrong thing. You won't know it's the wrong thing until it's too late and you don't get results or it makes your body worse. Number 2, you might do the right thing, but you're not doing it correctly. You're not implementing it right. Okay, another way of saying this is you're just going through the motions and so you still don't get results. Well, then what happens? You think it's the wrong thing and you abandon it when you were this close, okay? Number 3 is you might be doing a lot of the right stuff and some of the wrong stuff, and they cancel each other out and you don't get any results. The problem is you don't know which is which. Okay, so when you're in this trap, you work really hard, you have a lot of motivation, you put in a lot of time and effort, there's no shortage of intelligence, but you get no results. You look back, geez, 10 years later, I'm no better off than I was. What's wrong with me? Is it my thyroid? Is it my hormones? Do I have a gut issue? What's wrong? Is this just menopause? Is this me? No. This is the problem. When you get it right, when your thinking is right, your mindset is right, what happens is you only do the right thing. You don't waste any time on the wrong stuff. And you do it correctly and in the right combination. And then it's permanent and automatic. And then it feels like, geez, you don't have to do anything. We've all met people like this. We hate these people. The ones, they look like they're not doing anything. And you're sitting here going, how are they getting results? I'm busting my butt. Okay, this is why. The problem is they've done this on accident. They just got lucky. So if something goes wrong, they don't even know what they're doing. This is why two people can do the same diet, and one does great and the other doesn't. This person is doing all this stuff correct without even realizing it. And this person isn't. So this person gets results and says, I don't know, I'm not doing anything different. No, they got lucky. You want to do it on purpose, okay? But this is it, the mindset trap. You've got to get the mindset correct. And you've got to get off the DIY trap. I'll do it all myself. No, if you have a problem, you go see an expert so you get out of that trap. And you've got to view weight loss and health as that issue. Food can be medicine. It's better than medicine. You've got to understand how to use it correctly. Let's look at the third trap. The third mistake is you're eating healthy, but not correctly. Everyone I've ever spoken to has been eating healthy. Okay, I don't get people coming to me going, gee, Stu, I'm eating pizza and onion rings and soda and beer and I don't know why I can't lose weight. No, they're going, gee, Stu, I've cut out gluten, I've cut out dairy, I've cut out sugar, I've cut out alcohol, I've cut out soy. I only eat organic, natural food. I eat healthier than 99% of the population. Why can't I lose weight? You are eating healthy, but you're not eating correctly. So what happens is you can cut calories, you can eat healthy, but if you're not causing the right chemical reactions in your body through food, you're not going to be able to burn fat. You've got to eat the right food at the right time in the right combination to cause the correct chemical reactions. Ideally, you also eat healthy just for health's sake. Boom, now your body's going to burn fat all the time. Your energy's going to go up. Your hormones are going to normalize. You're just going to be so healthy. And I've done plenty of lessons on this. I'll splash one up here so you can go check that one out. But that's mistake number 3. You are eating healthy. I know you're eating healthy, but you're not eating correctly. Let's look at mistake number 4. Your activity is wrong. What you're doing for exercise or activity is incorrect. Now, there's 3 parts to this. Number 1 is the type. You need to do the right type of activity or exercise for your goals and for your body, okay? Someone with 30% body fat has to do different types of activity than someone with 20% body fat. If your goal is fat loss, you would do different type of activity than if you're trying to build muscle. Or if your goal is to lose fat and build muscle at the same time, you would do things differently. So it has to match your goals. It also has to match where you're starting from, your body type. Are you crazy stressed? Okay, then you're not going to be able to do certain types of exercise. Otherwise, it's going to push you over the edge, and it'll be worse. It's got to also match your eating. Number 2, the duration. How long? How often? The amount that you're doing. Okay, if you do too much exercise, that's just as bad as if you're not doing enough. And lastly is the intensity. Again, too much is just as bad as not enough. It has to be in the right range for you, and it has to match your food. And this will change as you get in better shape, as you lose weight, as you become healthier, as your metabolism speeds up, as you're eating better and causing the right chemical reactions. You can change the type of exercise. It's a moving target. It's not a one-size-fits-all. So you've got to start where you need to start and then adapt and adjust it as you go to build into a sustainable lifestyle that is going to keep the results forever and ever. And not just the weight loss. It's going to optimize your health so you don't get injured. So as you get older, you age well. Creates the longevity. You need this. Now, this is just like every other part of the body. Too much is bad, too high is bad, too low is bad. The exercise has to be in the sweet spot for you. The food has to be in the sweet spot. And then they have to balance and work together in sync and harmony. And this is why so many women struggle in menopause. They're trying this diet, they're trying that diet. They're listening to 12 experts, they're watching all these YouTube videos, they're listening to all these different podcasts. And so they're never getting things in sync. Something's always out of whack. You've got to create a holistic program that takes everything into consideration. And this is why it's way more complex than calories in, calories out, or just track your macros, or just do this fasting thing or time-restricted eating. 1 meal a day. Cut out the carbs. These things aren't going to be sustainable. These aren't the healthiest, best ways to do it. The best way is a holistic, healthy approach, and something that feels easy, that you really enjoy. then you're going to do it forever, and it's going to be healthy and reasonable. What? We've all forgotten how to be reasonable. This is the key. Now, I'm going to splash up 2 videos that you're definitely going to want to watch that are going to dive in deeper on this concept so you can really understand what you need to do. What are these chemical reactions? How do you do this correctly? What are the pitfalls? So, menopause doesn't have to be a 4-letter word. All right, I'll see you over there. Take care.